Hey everyone, ready to ditch those awkward restaurant moments and finally feel confident ordering in English?
Yeah,
Today we're diving deep into how to own any dining experience,
right.
from decoding menus to even handling those tricky cultural differences.
Exactly.
Wouldn't it be amazing to just walk into any restaurant,
Mm,
anywhere in the world, and feel completely at ease?
absolutely.
Well, that's what we're aiming for today.
It's a great goal.
So I guess like with any language learning,
Yeah.
we should start with vocabulary, right? Those essential words and phrases.
Oh, absolutely. It's like building your toolkit.
Okay,
We need those essential words to help us decode the menu,
right.
communicate our needs.
Makes sense.
Let's start with a simple word like entree.
Entree.
Okay. Seems basic, right?
Yeah, I think so.
But here's the thing.
What's that?
It actually has different meanings
Oh.
depending on where you are in the world.
I always thought it meant the main course.
In many countries, yes.
Okay.
But in some places, like in France. Okay.
Entree can actually refer to a starter.
Wow.
It's a great example of how even simple words
Right.
can have different meanings depending on the context.
So, like, I could be expecting a big plate of pasta,
Okay.
and I get a small salad.
Exactly. And that's why we need to go beyond just memorizing words. We
Okay.
need to understand the nuances of how they're used
I see,
in
yeah.
different cultures.
So vocabulary is important, definitely. But it sounds like there's more to it than that.
Yeah.
How do we actually, like, start putting this knowledge into practice?
You know, role-playing can be a really helpful tool.
Okay.
Think of it like a dress rehearsal
Okay.
for real-life dining situations.
I like that.
It lets you practice phrases in a safe environment
Right.
and get comfortable with the flow of conversation.
So instead of just knowing the word menu,
Yeah.
I'm actually practicing how to ask for it.
Precisely.
Okay.
Think about the difference
Yeah.
between just saying, like, menu.
Versus saying, excuse me, could I see the menu, please?
Wow.
Yeah.
Huge difference.
Right.
That second one sounds so much more polite and natural.
Exactly.
Okay.
It's about mastering those subtle social cues
Right.
that make you a more confident
Hmm.
and culturally sensitive diner.
I like that.
And that brings us to one of the most fascinating aspects
What's that?
of dining in different cultures.
Okay.
Understanding those unique customs and traditions.
I love that. It's like you're not just experiencing the food,
Right.
but you're experiencing the culture as well.
Absolutely.
Oh.
Think about Japan, for example.
Okay.
Before you start a meal,
Mm-hmm.
it's customary to say itadakimasu.
I've heard of that,
Yes.
but I don't really know what it means.
So it literally translates to I humbly receive.
Oh, wow.
But it goes much deeper than that.
I see.
It's really a beautiful expression of gratitude for the
Okay.
food, the people who prepared it,
Right.
the natural world that provided it.
Mhm.
It's a moment of mindfulness. Okay.
And appreciation.
Interesting.
It sets the tone for the whole meal.
So it's like a really powerful phrase,
It is.
even though it seems simple.
Mm-hmm.
Are there any other interesting customs like that
Definitely.
from around the world? Okay, like what?
Let's think about dining in Italy.
Okay.
You might notice that most restaurants primarily serve bottled water,
Even if you ask for tap.
even if you ask for tap.
Why is that?
So it's rooted in a few things.
Okay.
Historically, the quality of tap water
Uh,
in some regions wasn't always reliable.
oh, okay.
So bottled water became a symbol of quality and safety.
I see.
And over time, it just became a deeply ingrained part of the dining culture.
So it's not necessarily about taste,
Right.
but more about tradition and just perception.
Exactly.
Okay.
And that's a key insight here.
What's that?
Dining customs often reflect a culture's history,
Okay.
values,
Right.
and even geography.
Yeah, that makes sense. Understanding these nuances can make you a more informed and respectful traveler.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's like you're really immersing yourself in the culture,
Exactly.
not just, showing up and eating the food.
Mm-hmm.
It's about understanding why things are the way they are.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I love that.
It's fascinating.
So we've talked about the importance of vocabulary
Yes.
and like really understanding the cultural context
Right.
behind those words and phrases.
Mm-hmm.
But let's get practical for a minute.
Okay.
What are some specific phrases
Yeah.
or tips that can help us communicate effectively
Right.
in a restaurant, no matter where we are in the world?
I think one of the most powerful tools is asking questions.
Questions.
Don't be afraid to clarify anything you're unsure about,
Okay.
whether it's an ingredient, a cooking method,
Right.
even just how to pronounce a dish.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
I remember once I ordered steak tartare
Uh-oh.
without realizing that it was raw meat.
Oh.
If I had just asked a simple question,
Right.
I could have saved myself a culinary adventure I wasn't ready for.
Exactly. But asking questions shows you're engaged and curious.
So it's about being curious, not
Exactly.
clueless.
Yeah. And it helps avoid surprises.
Right.
Or disappointments.
So curiosity is key.
It is.
What else is important
Yeah.
when it comes to communicating effectively?
Being able to express your preferences clearly is crucial.
Okay.
Instead of just pointing at the menu,
Right.
use phrases like,
Yeah.
I'd like the grilled salmon, please. Or, could I have the steak cooked medium rare?
Got it.
Yeah.
So it's about being specific.
Right.
Using complete sentences
Gotcha.
rather than just like blurting out words.
Yeah, it might seem like a small detail,
Right.
but it makes a huge difference
Oh.
in ensuring your order is understood correctly.
Yeah, I can see that.
And it also shows respect for the server and acknowledges their role in providing you a great dining experience. Yeah.
Now, what about those times when things don't go exactly as planned?
Oh,
Like
yeah.
if the order gets messed up
Right.
or the food isn't cooked, how you like it.
Yeah.
How do we handle those situations without causing a scene?
The key is to remain calm
Okay.
and polite.
Mm.
If there's an error with your order,
Right.
simply signal your server.
Okay.
Politely explain the situation.
Got it.
You could say something like, "Excuse me,
Yeah.
but I think there might be a mistake.
Okay.
I ordered the chicken, not the fish."
So it's all about staying composed and respectful,
Exactly.
even if you're feeling a little frustrated.
Yeah, remember, everyone makes mistakes,
Right.
and a little understanding goes a long way.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
And on that note,
Mm-hmm.
don't forget the all-important phrase
Oh, yes.
when you're ready to wrap things up.
Yes.
Can I have the check, please?
Perfect.
I think I've mastered that one.
It's a simple phrase,
Yeah.
but essential for concluding your meal. Smoothly and politely, practice saying it a few times,
Okay.
get comfortable with it,
Got it.
and soon it'll roll right off your tongue.
Perfect.
Yeah.
So we've covered vocabulary,
Yeah.
role-playing,
Yep.
cultural nuances,
Right.
communication tips. Is there anything else we should keep in mind
Yeah.
as we're going on these like global culinary adventures?
The most important thing is to relax.
Good.
Enjoy the experience.
Mm-hmm.
And remember that language learning is a journey,
Not a destination.
not a destination. You're going to make mistakes,
Of course.
encounter unfamiliar words, customs,
Yeah.
and that's all part of the fun.
I love that perspective.
Yeah.
It really takes the pressure off
Exactly.
and lets you embrace those maybe awkward moments
Yeah.
of cultural exchange.
Absolutely. And as you become more comfortable
Right.
navigating different dining environments, you'll not only expand your language skills,
Yeah.
you'll broaden your cultural horizons
Right.
and create some truly memorable experiences.
I think that's a great note to end on.
Yeah, I agree.
So thanks for all these amazing insights
Of course, it's been a pleasure.
and for helping us feel more confident
Yeah.
about navigating the world of restaurant English.
Absolutely.
And for listeners out there,
Mm-hmm.
keep practicing,
Yes.
keep exploring,
Right.
and most importantly, keep enjoying those delicious experiences.
Bon appetit.
Until next time.
See you then.
It's amazing how much we can learn about a culture
Right.
just by observing their dining customs.
Yeah.
But
Mm-hmm.
let's get practical for a sec.
Okay. Yeah.
What are some specific phrases or tips
Yeah.
that can help us communicate more effectively,
Right.
in a restaurant, no matter where we are?
Well, I think one of the most powerful tools you have is asking questions.
Questions. Okay.
Yeah, don't be afraid to clarify anything you're unsure about
Oh, yeah.
on the menu,
Right.
whether it's an ingredient.
A cooking method?
Okay.
Or even how a dish is pronounced.
Oh, yeah, that's a good point. I remember one time I ordered something called steak tartare
Uh-oh.
without realizing it was raw meat.
Oh.
If I had just asked a simple question,
Right.
I could have saved myself from that.
Exactly. But asking questions shows that you're engaged, you're curious,
Right.
you're not clueless.
So it's about being curious,
Mm-hmm.
not clueless.
Exactly.
Okay, I like
Then it helps avoid surprises,
Right, right.
disappointments.
Okay, so curiosity is key.
It is.
What else should we keep in mind
Well,
when it comes to like communicating effectively?
being able to express your preferences clearly is crucial.
Okay, how do we do that?
So instead of just pointing at something on the menu,
Okay.
try using phrases like,
Yeah.
I'd like the grilled salmon, please.
Okay.
Or, could I have the steak cooked medium rare?
Got it.
Yeah,
So it's about being specific,
right.
using complete sentences,
instead of just blurting out words.
Yeah, it might seem like a small detail,
Okay.
but it makes a huge difference in ensuring your order is understood
Right.
correctly.
Yeah, I can see that.
And it also shows respect for the server
Right.
and acknowledges their role in providing you with a great dining experience.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Now, what about those times when things don't go exactly as planned?
Oh, yeah. Those happen.
Like if our order gets messed up
Right.
or the food isn't cooked how we like it.
Yeah. How do we handle that?
Yeah, how do we handle those situations without causing a scene?
Well, the key here is to remain calm
Okay.
and polite.
Mm-hmm.
If there's an error with your order,
Okay.
you can simply signal your server
Right.
and politely explain the situation.
Got it.
You could say something like,
Yeah.
"Excuse me,
Yeah.
but I think there might be a mistake.
Okay.
I ordered the chicken, not the fish."
Right. So it's all about staying composed
Exactly.
and respectful. Yep. Even if you're feeling frustrated.
Yeah, remember, everyone makes mistakes.
That's true.
And a little understanding goes a long way.
Good point.
Yeah.
And on that note,
Okay.
don't forget that all-important phrase when you're ready to wrap things up.
Yes. What is it?
Can I have the check, please?
Perfect.
I think I've mastered that one.
It's a simple phrase,
Yeah.
but essential for concluding your meal
Right.
smoothly
Uh-huh.
and politely.
Right.
Practice saying it a few times.
Okay.
Get comfortable with the pronunciation.
Got it.
And soon it'll roll right off your tongue.
Perfect.
Yeah.
So we've covered vocabulary, role-playing,
Yes.
cultural nuances,
Right.
communication tips. Is there anything else we should keep in mind
You know,
as we embark on these global culinary adventures?
I think the most important thing is to just relax,
Oh.
enjoy the experience,
Right.
and remember that language learning is a journey,
Not a destination.
not destination.
Okay. Yeah. You're going to make mistakes.
Right.
You're going to encounter unfamiliar
Yeah.
words and
Yeah.
customs,
Mm-hmm.
but that's all part of the fun.
I love that perspective.
Yeah.
It takes the pressure off
Exactly.
and lets you kind of just embrace those awkward moments
Yeah.
of cultural exchange.
Absolutely.
Right.
And as you become more comfortable navigating different dining environments,
Uh-huh.
will not only expand your language skills,
Okay.
but also broaden your cultural horizons
Right.
and create some truly memorable experiences.
I think that's a great point.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, it really is amazing how something as simple as a meal
Right.
can become such a rich cultural experience.
Absolutely.
You know, when you approach it with that open mind
Yes.
and that willingness to learn.
Mm-hmm.
So before we wrap up,
Okay.
let's recap some of the key takeaways
Sounds good.
from our deep dive into mastering restaurant English.
All right, let's do it.
So we started by talking about the importance of vocabulary, right? Like those essential words and phrases.
Yeah, they're like the building blocks
Yeah, exactly.
for confident communication no matter where you are.
Mm-hmm.
But we also talked about how it's not just about memorizing words.
Right. It's about understanding those nuances
Yeah.
of language and how those words are used in different cultures.
Like with our example of entree,
Oh, yeah.
right? In some countries, it means the main course.
Uh-huh.
But in others, it means a starter.
Exactly.
It's a small detail,
Mm-hmm.
but it can make a big difference.
It really can.
And then we moved on to those dining customs and traditions.
Oh, yes.
Like in Japan, saying itadakimasu before a meal,
Mm-hmm.
or the Italian preference for bottled water.
Right. Those customs might seem small,
Yeah.
but they offer such a fascinating glimpse
Right.
into a culture's history and values.
Yeah, and we explored some practical communication tips, too,
Yes, we did.
to help us navigate those restaurant experiences.
Absolutely. Like asking questions, expressing our preferences clearly,
Mm-hmm.
and handling any misunderstandings gracefully.
Exactly.
Yeah,
And of course, we can't forget the importance of practice.
right.
The more we use these skills,
Mm-hmm.
the more natural and effortless they'll become.
Absolutely.
So we've covered a lot of ground today.
We have.
From vocabulary and cultural nuances
Mm-hmm.
to communication strategies and the importance of practice.
Yeah,
Hopefully everyone feels a little more confident now
I hope so.
about navigating the world of restaurant English.
Me too.
But before we let you go, I have one final question for you.
Right, shoot.
How do you think technology,
Mm.
particularly things like translation apps,
Okay.
are changing the dynamics of dining in foreign countries?
That's a really interesting question.
Right.
On one hand, they can be incredibly helpful for quickly deciphering menus or asking basic questions.
Right. But on the other hand,
Yeah.
I wonder if relying too heavily on those apps
Mm-hmm.
might prevent us from fully immersing ourselves
Right.
in the local language and culture.
That's a great point.
It's kind of a double-edged sword.
It is. It's a complex issue with no easy answers.
Right.
But it's definitely something to think about.
As we continue our culinary adventures around the world,
Exactly.
maybe the key is finding that balance between using technology as a helpful tool,
Right.
but also embracing those opportunities
Yeah.
for genuine human connection and cultural exchange.
Absolutely.
Love that.
It's all about finding that balance.
Well, there you have it, folks.
Yeah.
A deep dive into mastering restaurant English,
We did it.
packed with insights, tips,
Mm-hmm.
and hopefully a newfound appreciation
I hope so.
for the power of language
Right.
to connect us across cultures.
Absolutely.
We keep exploring,
Yeah.
keep practicing,
Yes.
and most importantly,
Uh,
keep enjoying those delicious experiences.
bon appétit.
Until next time.
See you then.